Now, let's look at your layer now. Okay, I'm going to open up, okay, let's see, have different layers. Probably we can use, okay, maybe we can use this one. Okay, can we open up this? So I'm going to create some effects for this. Okay, can we use the quick selection tool? Increase your brush size by tapping on your square bracket. Okay, go and select your flower here. Okay, zoom in a bit. Okay, reduce your brush size so you can select slowly. Okay, I'm using the wrong mode. I'll need to use this to add to selections. Okay, add from inside to outside. Okay, move slowly. Resize it if it's necessary. Okay, that's just a rough guide. So far so good. Have you selected the entire flower? Okay. Okay, I want to enhance the selections. Which one should I use? I want to enhance the selections. Remember how can we refine the edges? Select and mask. Okay. Okay. I turn on Smart Radius to remove the extra things. Add a few feather. Okay, just a little bit. I shifted the edge also. Okay. Now I will choose output to selections. Okay, because I don't want to create layer by here. I want to create layer on my own. Okay, so far okay. You don't really have to follow my settings here. Okay, up to you. Okay. Now once you are done, can we click OK now? Okay. Okay, our favorite key will be Control J. Okay, or your Command J. Done. Okay. Now let's hide your original layer. So can you see there are a lot of checker box? Okay, these are actually the transparency layer. Okay, so if you want to create something like your animations in the transparent background, or maybe you want to create something in PNG format with transparent background, you must do something like this. Okay, that means you must see the checker boxes. Okay, now I want to, okay, maybe the layer here, okay, I'll just rename this. Okay, remember this, always rename your layer. Okay, okay, I just call flower first. Okay, easier. Okay, once you have renamed it, now let's do some transformations. Okay, maybe we shift a little bit more here. Okay, and if you're not used to the keyboard shortcuts, you can always go to Edit. Do you see Free Transform? Okay, so just remember Control T or Command T. Okay, you will always need to use this. Okay. Okay, I want to make it a bit smaller, but if I do that, do you think I can resize it later? Okay, my question, I want to resize it, I want to make it smaller now. But later on, I realized, yeah, it's a bit too small. Can I enlarge again? How many say can? No problem. How many say cannot? It will affect the quality. Or sleeping because after lunch. Can I make it smaller first and then after that I enlarge it later? What do you think? Can or cannot? Don't know. Guess lah, anyhow guess. Cuba teka. 试试看猜一下。等到 waiting for answer. Can I make it smaller first? And then after that, I will enlarge it again. Because boss says, say too small already, please enlarge it. Can I allow that to happen? Cannot. Why? Just remember this, pixel, when you make it smaller already, right? Okay? From the screen, you can't really tell much difference. But let's say if you keep on resizing it, shrinking down a few more times, right? You will see the pixel has been pixelized already. Okay? So don't do that. Just remember this. Okay? You can resize maybe 1 time, 2 times at most. Okay? That means you shrink down the size. But if you want to enlarge again from this, cannot. Because you have already destroyed the original quality. Okay? But if it's from large, okay, and you want to enlarge some more, can you do that? Cannot. Kena tipu again. Okay? Kena cheated again. Cannot. Because remember when I told you, when the photograph is taken, the quality is already like that. You cannot improve it. Okay? Either when you take the photo, you increase your megapixel lah. Okay? Your resolutions. Okay? Other than that, there's no way for you to improve the quality. Okay? Of course, in Photoshop still can, but you still see a bit blur one. Okay? So remember, from big to small, no problem. Small to big, big problem. Okay? Which is why, okay, can you press escape first? Okay, let me introduce you another concept which is not in your book. Okay, can you just do a right click here? Do you see convert to smart object? Okay, this one not in the book. If you want, you need to write down. Okay, convert to smart object. Okay, once you have done that, do you notice there's extra icon here? You see that? Okay. Now, right now, this is actually a smart object whereby at this point of time, my flower is this big, this color, this size. Am I correct? So any point of time later, if I destroy it, I can always come back to this state. Okay, now let's try. Okay, can we press Ctrl T or Command T? Now, apart from resizing manually, hold down Shift. Okay, hold down Shift and resize. Okay, you can also use what we call changing the value from here. Okay, so let's say we enlarge it. Okay, maybe I use 200%. Okay, 200%. Do you see there's a link here? Okay. If you want the picture to be resized proportionally, make sure this is activated. Okay. Otherwise, your picture will be distorted, different size. So once you have changed to 200%, can you press Enter once? Press Enter one more time to commit your transformations. Okay, I repeat. Ctrl T. Okay, ensure this link is turned on. After that, select here, tap 200 and press Enter once to confirm 200%. Press Enter one more time to commit your transformations. Are we good? Okay. Now, if you want to reverse this transformation, let's say you close the file already. Okay. Next time when you reopen the file, you want to use back the original quality. Because you realize this one cannot make it because a bit blur already. So since this is a smart object, you can easily Ctrl T again, change back to 100% without affecting the quality. Understand why is it your smart object important already? Okay. Just remember your smart object allows you to go back to your original quality. Okay. But you see, okay, how to prove it? Let's say now I zoom into, okay, maybe I enlarge it to 400% now. Okay, this is way too big already. Okay, and if you zoom in a bit more, can you see it become blur already? You see that? Okay, as I told you, from small to big we'll have problem, right? Okay, so this is what we are facing now, but no worries, because since this is a smart object, let's change back to 100%. So now this is a clearer quality now. Okay, but there are also disadvantages using smart object, because this is a smart object, you can't really do your painting here. Okay, you will need to double click here. Okay, do a double click here and click OK. Now they will bring you to the master pixel here. Okay, what do I mean by master? Okay, can we just do some painting? Okay, maybe you'll do some editing. Okay, can we use your elliptical marquee? Okay, maybe I use 20 pixel. 20 pixel here. The feather, 20 pixel. Okay, now I click and drag the center. Okay, because I want to change the color for this. Right now it's yellow color, right? Can we change to red color? Okay, can I? Okay, now let's go to your image adjustment. Do you see hue and saturations? Okay, okay, click on it. Now, this one, even if I explain the term for you, you won't remember. Please remember when you are practicing it. Okay, now saturations, that means from no color to 100% color. Okay, this is darker, brighter. Okay, so normally lightness will remain as 0. Okay, saturations, you can make it more vibrant. Okay, let's change to what color we want. Okay, maybe I change to this color lah. Okay. Okay, now let's click OK now. Then, okay. Okay, close this file. Control W, Command W. Save it. Okay. Once you have done your changes, can close and save it. Can you see that your picture has been updated as well? Okay. Now this one, because it's a smart object now, has become a master object now. Okay. And whatever changes you are making into the master, all the instances will update as well. Okay. So let's say if I'm going to duplicate, hold down alternate, click and drag a few more. Okay. Then you say, I want to change color for this to yellow. I want to change this to maybe red color. Can you try? If you are able to do it, please teach me. Okay. You can't really do any adjustment to smart object. Do you notice that? Okay. I repeat, just now I double click here and I make adjustment, right? Okay, so once you have done it, just close. Okay, and they'll ask you to save, just save it. Why didn't they prompt you for location to save? Because this is just a smart object file. It's not really a physical item. Okay. Okay. After that, I hold down alternate, click to duplicate another flower. Hold down alternate, click and drag to duplicate another flower. Okay. Okay, now I want all the colors to be changed to red color, for example. Okay, normally if this is not smart object. You need to go one by one and change. Do you agree? Okay. Now, I will just need to double click on the smart object. Okay. Again, I will repeat the steps and highlight here. Press Ctrl U, Command U. I'll change the color again. Now I click OK and close it. Save. Can you see that all the instances have been updated? So this is something like your slide master also in PowerPoint. Okay, actually your slide master very important. I know that you guys may need to use PowerPoint quite often, right, for your assignment or presentations. Okay, so please explore slide master on your own. Okay, otherwise come to our company, then you will see me again. Okay, it's not very difficult, huh? Okay, now this is your smart object, huh? Okay, I'm going to delete one of them. Okay, to delete the layer, you can right click, delete layer. Otherwise, you can press backspace. Okay, then you will delete the layer. Okay, or you can also click on the dustbin here. Okay, okay, so that's your smart object. Huh? Now, I'm going to duplicate one more and convert this to normal object. Okay, so can we do a right click? Do you see rasterize layer? Rasterize layer. Okay, do a right click. Look for this rasterize layer. Okay. Now, once you have done that, you'll notice that your smart object icon is gone now. Do you see that? Okay. So now it has become a normal pixel. Okay, where you can do adjustments straight away on it. Okay, because just now when I try to do this, okay, you can change color. But do you notice that it doesn't affect the rest? Do you see that? Okay, because this is not a smart object. So you understand the difference between your normal object and smart object now? Okay. And also, let's say for this, if I'm going to enlarge to how many percent just now? 400%, right? Okay. I change to 400%. Now, you can start to observe the details. Slowly, it has lost the detail. Do you notice that? Okay. And now, if I try to go back to 100%, I cannot do that anymore. You know why? Do you see that? It's still 100%. They don't record your original quality just now. Okay. Okay. So this one already distorted. I will delete it. Okay. Okay. So now we have two flowers. This one I'm going to resize it. Control T. Now, if you want to distort manually, you can simply drag the handle. Okay. But you will see how come it's so proportional one, because of this link button. Can we switch off this? Now go ahead and play with your now if you want, you can also do a right click. You see that there are so many distortions here. Okay, let's say if I want to make it maybe distort, you can click at the handle. This is how you can modify the picture. You see that? If you are a keyboard shortcut person, you can try to press your command, which is your control, or you can try to press a shift. Okay? Or options alternate also can. But if you forget, you can just right click and choose from here. Okay? There's one thing very interesting one, but this one will destroy your pixels. Why? Okay, this is called warp. When I click this, you notice I have more, it's like a grid line like this. Now, look closely. Okay, you can click here, and then it's like you are pinching it. You see that? You are messing up with the pixel. Okay, don't anyhow use this because it's really ugly and also destroy your pixels. Okay, so normally when we use this, it's just a minor adjustment. Okay, don't overdo it. So can you imagine that whatever I'm doing now, it can be an animation also. Do you see that? Okay. At the first frame, it will look like this. Second frame will look like this. Third frame will look like this. You understand what I'm saying? Okay. You can even create animation from Photoshop. Now, once you have done that, there's no turning back. Which is why your original layer is very important. One. Second one, if you want, you can create as a smart object. Okay. When I press enter, this is how it looks like. Okay. This one, very poor thing, I very distorted it. Now I want to apply some effects here. Okay, I want to make it glow. Now, can we just do a right click from this layer? Okay. Over here, there are a lot of options here. What you can do is you can actually click on this blending options. Other than that, what you can do is you can just do a double click from here. Okay, do a double click from here. Or, okay, don't ask me why got so many methods. Okay, I realize most of the software also got so many methods. I don't know why. Okay. You can even click from here and choose the effect that you want. Okay, so let's say I want it to glow, right? It will be outer glow. Can we click on this? Okay. Now, again, for this one, I can't really teach you what are the best options. You need to figure out yourself by previewing it. Okay. Now, let's say I want it to glow. Okay. Maybe I use normal. This is the blending. And opacity, I increase it. I will increase the spreading also. Okay. Okay, maybe I use another color. Yellow color. Okay. So can you see that right now it's like glowing already? Okay. Can change the settings here according to your preference. This one actually quite good, anti-alias. Okay, just remember that you will try to smooth out your blurriness. Okay. Okay. Now, if you don't like the color, you can even try to use this color overlay. Do you see this? Color overlay. But then you say, oh, Justin, you cheat me like that, call flower, man. No worries. We can play with the blend mode. Change this to either darken or can change the multiply as well. Okay. You can even choose a color. See that? Okay. Of course, I'm just anyhow doing so sometimes don't be deceived by any photo. Okay. We can edit until I'm sure you have used your Instagram, your Facebook, right? Your Instagram, they allows you to use a lot of filters, right? Actually, this is more in-depth, okay? Because you can control. Those, the filter they are using is already preset. You don't really have much settings, okay? Maybe you want to explore other features also, other layers, effects. Okay, can you try? Try to use other styles. This is what we call layer style. Otherwise, you can also know as effects, layer effects. So again, back to our animation. Okay, let's say if I want to make it glow. First frame, nothing. Second frame, slowly spread, increase the spread. slowly increase, slowly increase. You can increase the size also. You see that? Okay, so this is my animations. So roughly you have gotten the idea how those animation been done. You can turn on the preview from here. Okay. So if you are done, you can click OK. So sometimes when you look at the movie poster, right, a lot of them also use these effects. You can even apply this kind of effects to your text layer also. Okay, your text layer. Do you try the gradient also? Gradient overlay. Actually, gradient, that means different tones of colors. Okay, like rainbow, you have 7 colors, right? You can create your own gradient color also. Okay, maybe as a show you a quick one. Double click on effects. Okay, and apply a gradient. Okay. So these are the presets that I've given to you also. Okay. Your gradient. You can click here. You can use a preset. Otherwise, you can create your own gradient by clicking here and change the color. You can hold down alternate also. Okay. If this color you don't need, just click and drag out. Okay. So ugly, right? Okay. So normally if you want to apply color, it's best that you change the blending mode. Otherwise you will overtake everything. Okay. But just bear in mind, although it's very interesting and exciting using our effects, a good design doesn't require a lot of effects. Okay, good design is still very much depending on your creativity. This is one. Secondly, is also your typography. What is your flow of your design? Okay, when the audience look at it, you must lead them to the correct path. Okay. So this is your layer styles. Now, if I like these styles, I can also duplicate this layer style to another layer. How do we do it? Okay, a few methods. First of all, you can just click and drag to the next layer by holding on your alternate. Okay, sorry, okay, let me show you again. Doesn't work now. Last time it can work with a shortcut. Now you need to right click, copy layer. Okay, do you see this? Right click, copy layer style. Okay, after that, go to the layer you want to paste. Right click again, paste layer style. Okay. Now, if I don't need the effects, I can just click and drag to the dustbin. Okay, I show you again. Let's say I don't need, I don't have to repeat these effects, right? I can click here, drag to the dustbin to delete off. Okay. You can also temporarily hide the effects by clicking on the eyes, okay, on off to hide the visibility. Okay. Well, if you find that the effect is too much, we can just do a right click, clear the layer style. Okay. You can clear the layer style. Okay. So this is your layer style. How do you copy and paste a layer style? Normally layer style will use it for title, okay, or like your main captions, your headings. You want to extract, you want to attract more attentions. You can use special effects. Okay. Okay. I'm going to hide this layer also. Okay. Now, since this is my original layer, right? I want to do a right click to highlight this layer, so it's easier for me to find it. Can we do a right click? Do you see there are some color code here? Please choose one of your color to label your layer. You see that? Okay, so it's easier for me to look for that layer. So far so good? Able to follow? Or just waiting for the tutorial, then go home and practice yourself, right? Okay. Now, besides that, let's do a bit more now. Okay. Yeah. Can we duplicate again? Duplicate this flower. I'm using the original copy. Okay. Okay. Now, can we Control T? Okay. Now, so far you have been resizing from here, right? Diagonally. You can also hold down alternate. It will resize from your center. Okay. From a pivot point. Now, size it. Make it smaller a bit. Now, I need to have a background color. Okay. How do we do it? Go to your last layer. Okay. Do you see there's one icon besides your dustbin? Do you see that? This is to insert a new layer. Can we click this? Now we have created another layer. So I'm going to call this as, okay, maybe my background color. Okay. Now go and pick one color of your choice. Click here. Okay. Click here. Choose one color. Any color will do lah. But from the design principle, if you want to know, okay. Right now my main object here, they are in bright color, right? So what do you think my background color should be? Should it be brighter color or darker color? Should be a bit darker, right? Okay, I'm going to use this. Okay, now few ways to fill your canvas. which is, first of all, if you want, you can right click here. Do you see paint bucket tool? Okay, this is one method. Click here once and just pour, and you will have one background color. Okay, this is one method. There are many ways to do one thing. Okay. Okay, but you see this one is a bit too plain. Can we do some different tone color? Okay, I want to have different color tone. So can I go to a new layer again? I'm going to rename this as gradient. Now, why can't I just use a background color and create a gradient? Why must I separate layer? Anyone knows why? I can surely use the background color and then fill with another gradient color, right? But why didn't I do that? Instead, I create another blank layer. Why? Anyone have? Remember just now I flashed you the why is layers are important in Photoshop? Anyone has read it? Nobody read. Okay. Now remember in Photoshop, whatever layers is actually very significant because even a small things you want to have control over it, right? Which is why it's never a good thing that you do more than one item or one effects in a single layer. Do you understand now? Okay? If it's meant for different purpose, please create another layer. Okay? But for our case, like remember just I show you the students' photos. Okay? Because we are going to touch up on the same photograph, so we don't bother to create many layers. It will be too hassle for us. Okay? So straight away we use the original picture and edit because we have backup. Okay? So depending on your situation as well. Now let's click on this. Also right click. Do you see gradient tool? Click on your gradient tool. Okay, now I want it to be a bit more colorful, so I will click here once. Okay, maybe I'll use the rainbow color, or maybe I'll use this. Okay, up to you. We use a preset first. Later we will create our own gradient. Okay, I repeat. Click on your gradient and then click here once. Okay, choose one color. Click OK. Now, once you have chosen your color, okay, you can also look at different types of gradient. Okay. Now, first of all, this is just a linear. That means from left to right, right to left, top to bottom. That's all. Okay. Now, next one you have is like a circle. Do you see? Radial. Okay. And this is, I think, angle. Okay. Yeah. This is reflected. This is diamond. Okay. So I'm going to use the first one. Now, let's try to drag from one end to one end. Okay, look in front, click here, drag, okay, diagonally or horizontally, vertically, up to you. Okay. Now I want to overlay it so it can blend with my background color. Okay, so this is where you will be using your blending mode. Can we select your gradient? Okay. Now over here, do you see there's a normal here? Can we click here once? There are so many different blending colors. Okay. Go and choose one that you like. Maybe I use this one. Okay. For Windows user, can you help me try to press Shift plus and minus? Does it work to change the blending? Does it work? Okay, you must press V and then select your gradient color. Okay, press Shift plus and minus. For Mac user, you can do that also. Okay, I'm not sure about the Windows user. Are you able to do that? Shift plus and minus to change different blending. Jolene can or not? Are you using Windows? Huh? Jonathan using Mac, so don't need to ask. Okay, because yours is the same as mine. Okay, so shift plus and minus allows you to change the blending. Okay, shift plus and minus. Don't use the keypad plus and minus. Use the one besides your backspace one. Okay. Okay. I also want to change opacity here. Okay. Can we put maybe 50? But you don't have to highlight here. Okay. You can straight away type 5. Then you will change to 50 opacity. Do you see that? Press on your keyboard 5, the number. Okay. But if you want it to be 100%, just press 0. Okay. 1 stands for 10%, 2, 20, 3, 30, so on and so forth. Do you see that? Okay. So with the blending functions here and different layers, actually you can create a lot of effects. Okay. Like some wedding photos, you look at it, wow, you're so amazed. Wow, the color is so nice, everything is so vibrant. Am I correct? It's not natural. It's all edited one. Okay, so don't be. Our eyes tend to be deceived by the pictures. Okay, which is why I find that actually iPhone is quite good because they still preserve the original color. Okay, but then when it comes to low light, okay, that's why you prefer to use your Huawei lah, Samsung lah, whatever. Okay. Okay, now so far I've created, okay, let's say I'm satisfied with my background color, although it's very ugly, I will not accept this kind of design, okay, but for just for learning purpose. Okay, now can you see the gradient and background? They are actually, I can say they belong to color. Do you agree? Okay, so should we group them together so it's easier for us to modify our background later on? So can we highlight these two layers? Okay, press Ctrl G or Command G to group them as one group. Okay, double click on the group name. Okay, give it as, okay, maybe this is background color. Okay, so the next time when I don't want to look at the background, right, I can just turn off the eyes, then you'll hide everything. Do you see that? Compared to just now, how many layers we have? 2 layers, right? I need to click twice. Okay, but now I only have one folder which consists of 2 layers here. Can you see the hierarchy? Okay. So please be a bit more responsible when you're creating your artwork. Please organize it properly. Otherwise, okay. And because let's say even though the project is created by you, but after sometimes you may forget what you have done. Okay. When you try to use back, where was the file? Where was the layer? Which is the layer? Okay. So in that case, there's one way how you can quickly select your layer. Okay. Of course, first of all will be from the layer planner. This is one. But you can also do a right click. Do you see they will only show you the relevant layers? Do you see that? How come they didn't show me my flower? It's because I placed my cursor out of the layer, out of the flowers. Okay, but when I move to the flower, when I do a right click, can you see I have flower as well as the background color? You see that? This is one way. Secondly, if you turn off the auto select, right, what you can do is you can hold down Control or your Command, okay, by clicking on the object you need. It will jump to the respective layer. You see that? Okay, so normally this is what I do. It's faster. I can straight away click here, then you will select. But when it comes to group, it's a bit tricky now, okay, because do you see there's one option here? Auto select. By default, it will be group. I'm not sure about yours. Is it layer or group? Huh? Jonathan? by default your move tool, right? Is this auto select group or layer? Can you help me check? You go to move tool. Okay. Okay. So because last time the older version they will use group. Okay. Now can we click on this button to collapse all the layers? Okay. Okay. This is one way to group your folder, your layers. Another method will be linking. I want to link them together. Okay. Now probably I'll create another flower again. I'm using the smaller one. Hold down alternate to duplicate another flower. Okay. And I will resize it a bit more. Okay. Then rotate a bit. Press enter. Okay. Now, right now, these two flowers, they are meant to be together. Okay, that means when I move either one of them, the other one must move as well. But I don't want to use group folder. Okay, so what you can do is highlight these two layers. After that, do you see there's one link icon here? Can we click on it? Click on the link icon. Now you should see these two layers has been linked. Do you see that? Okay. Now, once you have linked them, okay, as long as you select one of the layers and you try to move it, the other one will follow automatically. Do you see that? Okay, so this is how you link your layers. Okay. Depending on how comfortable and also what's your preferred method. Okay, at times I will need to use both as well. Okay, but grouping will be the main thing because I'm quite organized person. I like to organize properly. Okay, but if it's an urgent job, sorry lah, no time to do it. Okay. So far so good. Okay. Okay, let's see anything else. The grouping is actually this one. Okay, do you see that? Layer nested groups. This is what I have shown you. Okay. Okay, so far we have a lot of layers here already, right? Okay. So can I consider this is my working files? Can I consider this is my working file? Because why? Can you see that right now, this is still JPEG only. Remember I told you JPEG is only single flattened file? So when you try to save it, okay, can you press Ctrl S or Command S? Instead of you saving as JPEG, what are the format they're asking you to save now? You see that? PSD. Okay? So please remember your working files will always be saved in as PSD format. This is one. Secondly, or you can also save as TIFF file. Okay? Now, I'm going to save inside the folder. Okay, maybe I just just put your name to recognize that this is what we have done. Okay. Now, when this morning I mentioned about the format, right? So remember this term, maximize compatibility. Remember this term? Okay. Why are we checking this? Can I proceed without checking these options? Better to be a bit careful, play safe, because you'll never know that one day you may be using the older version to open up this file. Okay, so always ensure that this has been checked. Okay, now if you find that this is a bit irritating, you can even turn off. So that means in future you will always maximize. Okay, now I will not turn on this. Okay, now let's click OK. Okay, so once you have saved this file, okay, do you agree that the file size will increase? Do you agree? Why? Because we have how many layers? More than one layers, right? Okay, we got 5 layers. Here we also have hidden layers, right? Okay, now can we go to our folder and do a double check? Okay, This is the file originally. Okay. It's about 1.3 megabyte. Okay. But now I have saved as PSD file, right? It's about 19.7 megabyte. Okay, 10 times. Okay. So this is why I mentioned if there's a lot of layers, please ensure you really need to keep them. Otherwise, please delete off. Okay. Especially remember we have a lot of smart object. Okay. Because smart object, they remember all the details, right? This is what happened. Okay. Now let's try. Okay. If I go back to Photoshop files, okay, I'm going to rasterize all the smart objects. Okay. I keep only one. Now I save again. Okay. And I go back to my folder and do a double check. Okay. No, it's still the same. Maybe haven't updated yet. Okay. Okay. So far so good. What else? Flatten images. Okay. The next thing is actually how can you generate so-called assets from layers. This one is actually very important for web designer, okay, or even your mobile designer, because nowadays because we have a lot of apps, okay, you need to, okay, maybe before you implement the apps, right, you need to go through design phase, right? Okay, how does your interface look like? So the designer will need to design and then show you, okay, the button, click here and then send or whatever. Okay, so in this case, you may need to save up a lot of individual buttons. Can you see that? Okay, let's say if I design mobile interface, right, there are a lot of buttons. Do I need to save out individually? Yes. In this case, Photoshop has simplified it. Let's say these are your respective buttons. Okay, you can just rename your button here. Okay, let's say I call this as button 1. I can just put the file extension. Do you see that? I've added the extensions. Okay, now next one, okay, maybe this is button number 2. I can even use different format, PNG. Okay, the third one, I will use GIF file. Okay, button number 3, GIF. You see that? So how many files do I have now? How many buttons? 3 buttons, right? JPEG, PNG, and GIF. Now, traditionally, last time when I learned, don't have these features to save on my one. What do? I close everything, and then open up this one, save. Okay, after that, save. Okay, it's very troublesome, right? Okay, but now I can just simply, okay, turn on this one. Okay, I don't have to care about my visibility here. I can straight away go to File, and do you see Generate? Okay, you can generate image assets. Okay, you can click here once, but of course previously you must save as Photoshop file first. Okay, now when I go back to my folder, do you see I've created one folder here? Do you see that? Okay. And do you notice that they are a bit smart? They don't save the entire picture. Okay, because remember my button, one is smaller, one is medium, one is large. You see that? They only save that pixel only. Okay, and for your JPEG, you see it comes with a white background because JPEG doesn't support your transparency. Whereas for your PNG and your GIF file, okay, which one is nicer? Ugly, right? Okay, so this is what happens when you do a not so perfect job. Okay, now the other one, which is this, nicer, right? PNG. Okay, you see that? But PNG is 122 KB. But if you look at your GIF file, this one even bigger. Okay, I think because of the flower, just how the size. One is big, one is small. Okay. So if you need to create something for web, you might want to consider using this. Okay, just rename from here. Okay. Anything else? Okay, your flattened images. Okay, let me save this. Okay. One more thing. Do you notice that over here I have an asterisk here? Do you see that? Okay. That means currently you're working on a project that has not been saved. So when you have saved it, Ctrl S to save, the asterisk will be gone. Okay. And you guys can read up on the color models. Okay, what is RGB, what is your CMYK, all this. Okay, all these also very important when you're working either in your print or in your web or even your digital. You also need to know what are the differences. Okay, because if you were to use RGB color for printing, okay, it will not be as vibrant as what you see from the screen. Okay, and if you use CMYK in your mobile device, it's very ugly, very dull. Okay, so must know what are the differences. Okay, transform. Okay, anything else? Let's look at your so transform layer, no problem, right? Just now we use Ctrl T to do transformations. Okay, how do you move? We have done this. Okay, linking also done already. Grouping done. Okay. Okay, assign color done. Okay, locking layer. Okay, this one may be useful if you need to do like illustrations. This is one. Secondly, if you need to maintain certain thing from here. Okay, let's try to use. Okay, I'm going to use the first one. Okay. The rest I'll hide it first. Okay. Now, can you look at the lock button here? Okay. First of all, this is to lock transparency. Okay, do you see that? To lock the transparency. That means the transparency around the object will not be touched or edited at all. But anything within the pixel can be edited. Understand so far? Okay. Next one. This one allows you to lock on the pixel. That means if my flower is like this, no matter what you do, it will not be touched. Okay, it will not be overridden. Next one is your transformations. Okay, once you have locked this, you cannot move the flower anymore. You cannot resize it anymore. Okay. Next one, this is for artboards. So let's say if you have two artboards, you want to bring this to another artboard, you cannot do so also. Okay. Lastly, you already kiasu, right? Lock everything so that people cannot touch your layer at all. Okay. But over here, they don't have protection like Excel, whereby I can lock everything. You can only look at my Excel file, but you cannot touch my file at all. Okay. Because I have student. I've forgotten from NTU or NUS already. She say the boss, the manager always call her. How come you never do the work? I thought you submitted the report already done. Then she said, I did already. I compiled the formula for you, ma. Because the manager, old school one, don't know how to use. So every time she'll go and mess up the formula and end up saying, how come you never do your work? So when she attended my class, I taught her how to log everything. That means when the manager look at the spreadsheet, right? She cannot even highlight anything. Okay, she can only view as just a picture. Okay. So for Photoshop, be different. Now let's try the first one, locking transparent. Okay, can we lock this? Okay. Since you have locked the transparent, now let's see if I'm going to do some painting. Okay. Let's look at your brush tool. Okay, can we look at this brush tool? Use your brush tool. Okay. Now, I'm going to use another color so it's easier. Okay. So I use yellow color. Have you chosen your color for your brush? Okay. Right click here, use your brush and click on the color here and choose one brighter color. Okay. Okay. How can I resize the brush size? Anyone? How to increase the brush size? You can either click from here, increase your size. This is one. Okay. Other than that, you can also press your square bracket, left, right. Okay. You see that? Your square bracket just beside your P. Okay. Now, if I close everything, these are considered a transparent area, right? Am I correct? So when I try to paint it, can you see nothing comes out? Do you see that? Do you see that? Okay, nothing appears. But when I accidentally paint inside the flower, okay, something appears. Do you see that? Okay. Of course, I don't want this to happen now, so I undo now. Control Z. Okay. Now, next one, let's try this to lock the pixel. That means now I cannot paint on the flower at all. Do you see that? I've locked everything already. There's no entry sign here. Okay. So this is good. Let's say if you have a lot of layers. Okay. Certain layers you don't want to mess up with them. You can actually lock it. Okay. So no matter how you paint, how you color, how you smudge or whatever, it will not affect your layer. Okay. Now next one about transformations. That means okay, I lock this also. Okay. Now I can paint on the transparent. I can also paint on the pixel, no problem, right? Okay. But then I cannot move them. Do you see that? I cannot move them. Okay. So you can lock the positions. Okay. Click OK. Undo. The artboard one, we can't really try it because now we only have one artboard. Okay, let's try with the last item, which is your lock. This one, can we click to lock everything? Okay, so basically when you see the lock icon like this, okay, there's no way you can do anything anymore. Okay. So next we will look at merging layers. Okay, how can you merge your layers? Later we do something more interesting. Okay, maybe if you want, you can create poster montage. Okay, use your classmate face and create don't know what movie poster. Okay, but that will you need to learn layer masking. Okay, I'm not sure it's inside the book or not, but never mind lah. I always teach you the extra one, right? Okay, now just now I linked this. Okay, I locked this. Can we unlock it first? Unlock this. Okay. Now, so far these two layers, they are stick to each other, right? Okay. Can we flatten these two so it become one layer? Okay. Now I want to merge these two layers as one layer. But bear in mind that once you have merged them, you cannot revert back. Okay. Of course, if you're still opening the files, you can undo lah. Okay. Otherwise, you can also use your lasso tool to split them again. Okay. But now let's try to do a right click on the selected layers. Right click, and then you can merge layers. Okay. Now it become one layer. And how do you ensure that this is one layer? You can always put your cursor at the thumbnail, hold down Command or Control. Can you see that they only select the available pixels in this layer? Okay, I repeat. Hold down Control or Command on the layer. They will only select the pixel from your layer. Okay. So don't go and use Magic Wand to highlight them again. Next time, if you want to select the pixel on the layer, just press Control or Control or Command on the layer itself. Okay. Because I saw students, what they do is use the elliptical marquee and then draw again to highlight the flower. Okay, you don't have to do that because now it's a standalone layer now. Okay. But is this considered safe to send to my client? Let's say this artwork has been approved. Okay, then they'll ask you, Justin, please send me the working files. So please do this. Click here using flatten image. Okay, but before you do this step, please always save this file first as your working files. Okay, and then click here to do a flatten image. Yes, I want to discard hidden layers. Click OK. Now it become one single flattened layer. And you can save as your JPEG file now. Command Shift S or Control Shift S to save as JPEG. Okay. Now click Save. Click OK. This is the quality for different purpose. Okay, let's say for web, right? Maybe you can use high is good enough. Okay. But maybe for printing, let's use the maximum, or you can drag to the maximum. Okay, now click OK now. Now we have become JPEG. Okay, Control W to close this file. Okay, I can save also. Now I go back to my folder. Now I have two files. One is your PSD, the other one which is your JPEG. You see that? Okay. So your PSD is your working files, 19.7 megabyte. For this one, I have only about 600 KB. Okay, but 600 KB for web is still considered large. Okay. More or less it's the same thing here. Okay, merge visible, that means whatever the visibility is on, then they will be merged. Okay. Okay, your section 6 is done. Okay. Let's see if we can do something about it. Okay, maybe can I challenge you a bit? Okay, I have these two images. Okay. Can you try to blend these two images together as one file? Okay, that means you open up these two files, right? Okay, you create an artwork, combine these two, okay, and can play a bit with their blending, and you can try out with different color, okay, and see what kind of effects you will get. Let's say if I want the lady, it's like appearing very faint in the sky. Okay, can you try out a bit? Okay. Okay, so I have dragged this message, the pictures over here. Okay, we are going to learn about layer mask. Again, it's not in your book. Okay, so please don't tell people, oh, I learned a lot from Justin. Okay, and then I will die. Okay, sabotage. Now, like what I showed you just now, I just drag and drop it here. Now, the reason why, because I didn't use a selection tool, like some of you use a selection tool, you realize that it's a bit jagged. You notice that? Okay, so it's not very beautiful, right? So instead, I'll try to use different blending. Okay, you can hold down Shift plus and minus. Okay, so can you see that this is very beautiful already? You see that? Okay, but then you see so faint. Okay, now don't worry, carry on with another one. What about this one? Do you think this is good? Okay, if you like it, actually this is done already. Okay, because can you see that although my layer for this, actually there's one line here, but because it's just nice that the border is until here, so you can't really tell the difference. Now they has joined as one picture. Do you notice that? Okay, now let's try to use another one. Okay. If you want, you can also use this. This is overlay. Okay. Okay, let's see which one is better. I'm using shift and then plus and minus. Okay, maybe I use this. Now you see not very bright and it's very faint, right? So just press Command J or Control J. Okay. Can you see that I'm duplicating the layers? So I'm multiplying the effects. So it becomes more obvious. You see that? Okay. What I have done was I just press Control G only, duplicated the same layer. Okay. At this point of time, if you want, you can still change the blending. Okay. If you want, you can still change it. Okay. So now I find that okay, I'm quite happy with the facial expression, everything, because it's good. But I'm not very happy with this. Do you see that? My sky should be blue color, so ugly, right? So now I'm going to group them. Command G to group them. Okay. Now I'm going to use something what we call layer masking. Okay. It's okay if you don't understand because it's a bit complicated one. Okay. Just remember, white color stands for angel, right? Angel is supposed to maintain reserve, right? But when it's black color, to destroy. Okay, just remember this concept first. Later you'll see how it works. Now in layer mask world, okay, this is layer mask. You can click here to create a layer mask. Okay, right now what color is your layer mask? What color is this? White color, right? So white color, you will see everything. But when I change this to black color, and I go and use the brush tool, okay, ensure it's 100%. Now as I move this, can you see that I've removed my pixel for this lady? And once I let go, you'll see the dark area here. Do you understand how it works now? White color is to maintain your pixel. Black color is to erase off your pixel. And this is considered non-destructive manner because if I deleted this, it will revert back to the original pixel. I am not applying this straight away to my layers here. Do you notice that? It's not like I'm using eraser. Okay, I'm using eraser. Then I go and erase. Then you say, Justin, I erased already, ma. Okay, but you are destroying the pixel. Do you see that? Do you see that? Okay. And if you close a file, it's very dangerous. You cannot recall back all these pixels anymore. Okay. So in this case, I would prefer to use layer mask. Okay, layer masking. Now I go and use my brush tool. Okay, I use the black color to remove what I don't need. I can even change the opacity so it looks a bit smoother. You see that? Okay, I can increase it. Increase the brush size. I can change to 20% of the opacity. Okay. Can you see that slowly I'm erasing off this. So it blends well. Okay, it's not so harsh. All this requires experience. You need to try and error in order to do this. Now, if I accidentally erase off something, okay, you can, okay, let's say if I accidentally do this, can you see that? The face is gone. You can just change back to white color to recall back. Do you see that? This is the power of your layer masking. That's why this is very important, yet it's not in the book, because you only attend 1 day course. How do you expect us to teach you everything? Okay. So roughly, you should have guessed how the movie poster, how do they create their poster normally. Okay. And by using this method, I don't have to use my selection tool at all, because I can manually paint it. Do you see that? So director, all satisfied with my movie poster? Okay, can we go for tea break? Okay. So isn't this better compared to what you have just now? You see that? This is like very gloomy. I thought 7 months already passed. Okay, you can hold down shift to temporarily turn off the layer masking effect. Hold down Shift again to click on this, then you will show and hide. Okay, hold down Shift and click on the thumbnail. Okay, so layer mask actually very important, and it's sort of like you can create like your customized selections, okay, in a very short time. Okay, imagine that the hair, right, the cut, how do you select precisely, right? Okay, so you can actually use this sort of like soften the edges. Okay, but this is not very good if it's a solid object. Okay, because let's say if it's a table, right, you should see the squarish table, and then you go and use layer mask. Then it's like it's not very stable anymore. Okay, because the edges is not hard. Okay, so far so good.